Welcome, Totem Pole Nation, the recruiting trail, all right? Inside the Kansas Jayhawks 2024 basketball recruiting class, the Kansas Jayhawks, the big time dogs in all of college basketball. Like I said, we're going to get into all the recruits. This is very, very early recruiting process. So don't forget to check out my previous recruiting videos as well, where I did Kentucky, I did Alabama, I did Arizona, I did Duke, and I previously did UNC. So like I said, I'm going to keep going with this. But without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to Totem Pole Nation. We want to thank Silas Sports Number for the platform. And if you want to follow Kansas on X or Twitter, it's right here in the ticker at SSN_Kansas. But without further ado, let's get into it. All right, ladies and gentlemen. So, basketball recruiting, we're going to get into Kansas, one of the best teams in college basketball. They did win the national championship in 2022, an epic game against UNC Tar Heels, obviously. Right now, in the 2024 recruiting trail, Kansas is ranked number 8 in basketball recruiting. They only have 3 commits, 1 5-star, 2 4-stars, and 0 3-stars. But like I said, it is very, very early in the recruiting process. They're still in the middle of the season. They just hit February, so all the games are going to come down. And then March Madness is going to start with less than 26 days away until March hits March. So they got 3 guys assigned with a letter of intent. Now, anybody can stay or anybody can transfer. Like I said, it's very early in the recruiting process. Don't be surprised if these guys get flip-flopped, obviously. But there's 3 guys that you really need to pay attention to when it comes to Kansas basketball. Kansas is known for bringing in excellent recruits. They're known for size, all those types of things. But I'm going to sit here and I'm going to show you what they can bring and what they can represent. So the first guy that you need to get attention to or get a head start on is this guy right here. See this guy right here? You see this guy right here? Woo, that guy is great. All right, his name is Rakease Passmore. All right, Rakease Passmore is out of Charlotte, North Carolina. He's out of Combine Academy. He's a shooting guard. He is 6'5", 180 pounds. Like I said, his rating is a 4 out of 5-star. He's currently ranked number 5th in the state of North Carolina. So when it comes to this guy, Rakease Passmore, like I said, he signed with Kansas over Indiana, LSU, Mississippi State, and Oklahoma, obviously. But when it comes to this guy, before he went to Combine Academy, he did play 2 years at AC Reynolds as well. So this guy is very strong. He's athletic in the wing. He's a good threat in transition, which that's Kansas basketball. To play defense and run in transition, very obvious and very aggressive. He is a straight down the line diver. He doesn't have a lot of wiggle room, but he can go through contact. When you play Division I basketball, you have to be able to go through contact. He's making strides to become a better shooter, but he has to have some rhythm here and there. But he's also a very good defender. He's a very, very good defender, but he can get low in his stance a little bit. He slides his feet laterally, and like I said, you're able to absorb contact very early in high school, and you can transition into D1 basketball. Boom, there you go. So this guy is great. I think this guy, Rakease Passmore, will be something special within the next 3 to 4 years. Do not be surprised if he makes headlines in all of college basketball sometime soon. So the other guy that you need to look out for that I'm going to share with you, this guy is tall, he's versatile, and he's something special. This guy right here. This guy right here. Now, this guy's name is Flory Bidunga. Now, if I didn't pronounce it correctly, I apologize. It's Flory, Flory, Flory Bidunga. All right, he is a center. He is 6'8", 215 pounds. All right. He's out of Como, Illinois. All right, he's basically the number one player in the state of Illinois. The number one player in the state of Illinois, obviously. Like I said, he graduates this year. He signed with Kansas over Auburn, Duke, Arizona State, and Bradley. All right, so they had some interest between, he visited with Duke and he visited with Auburn, and then the decision came down last year. It came down to Kansas. Like I said, these guys signed a letter of intent. So we'll see how this guy goes. Now, this guy, the best big man in the class. The best big man in the class. Big, broad shoulders. They're wide. He's quick. He's explosive. Reading the film, obviously, he's been intent on developing more of a skill set. He has to execute certain coverages. He does tend, when they play on defense, he does tend to bite on shot fakes a lot. I don't know why, but like I said, it's his high school thing. Everybody wants to bite on the shot fake. Don't ever do that. Sometimes he's not always a high volume rebounder, but offensively he can easily roll off ball screens and get quick separation. But he's not instinctual to quick reaction at certain plays. But he also has improved his ability to put the ball on the floor, but he is left-handed dominant and can do too much, which means he needs to learn how to use his right hand at times. He's not much of a shooting threat, but he will improve in the shooting threat. But his free throws, you have to learn how to make free throws when it comes to NCAA. And just any game of basketball, you got to make free throws. And he was 27 of 48 from the free throw line. 56% from the free throw line. Like, I know I'm not trying to be harsh on the guy, but 27 from 48, it's not good. Big men mostly struggle to work on their free throws. I hope it does not end up like Shaq, because Shaq couldn't make a free throw for shit. But, yeah, this guy, I think he'll be great. He'll bring some size. But like I said, everybody has things they do have to work on as well. So like I said, it's not that big of a deal. We just have to make sure that he's good on free throws. Now, the last guy they have, like I said, is very early in the recruiting process. They only got about 3 guys they're signing with a letter of intent, obviously. So it'd be this guy right here. The last guy that I want to mention is Lebron Fillon. If I mispronounce that, I apologize. As LeBaron Fillon. LeBaron Fillon, all right? He is out of Link Academy, Branson, Missouri. He's a point guard, 6'4", 177 pounds. He's currently ranked number 2 in the state of Missouri, all right? LeBaron Fillon, all right? So when it comes to this guy, he's got a lot of quickness. He's great. He signed with Kansas over Alabama, Cincinnati, Ole Miss, and Auburn. So, like I said, he took his visit on the 22nd of September and said, I'm going with Kansas. All right. So, like I said, when it comes to this guy, he's a point guard out of Mobile, Alabama. He was a state Class 7A player of the year as well. Looking at his film, he's great. He knows how to play basketball. The only thing he probably needs to work on, maybe at some times as a point guard, you could be a little bit of turnover prone. But when it comes to this guy, it's not really, much you could say on here. When it comes to LeBaron Fillon, I think he'll be a great addition to the point guard stance in Kansas, because Kansas has had some great point guards in the past, obviously, that has transitioned to the NBA. So don't be surprised from LeBaron Fillon that he is some type of NBA ready-to-play type guy. So when it comes to this, I always want to look at the Kansas roster, in case y'all hadn't tuned into 7 of my recruiting trails, obviously, but I always want to tune in, and I always want to look at what rosters, what stuff they need to replace for next season. So looking at Kansas roster right now, they have a very, very good roster, always good. Hunter Dickerson did transfer from Michigan. He's a senior. He'll be gone. Charlie McCarthy is out of Shadow Hills High School. He's a redshirt sophomore. He'll stay. DeJuan Harris Jr. Is a redshirt senior, so he'll probably be gone next year. Justin Cross, he did transfer. His previous school was John A. Logan College. He is a junior, so he might stay or he could go to the NBA. That depends on the different rule in college basketball. I think you can, no, excuse me, not college basketball. You can go whenever you want to, but some people do choose to go on their junior year. I was misinformed. I apologize if I said that wrong. Chris Carter, he's a redshirt freshman out of Cal State Northridge. Looks like he'll be staying. We'll see depending on the transfer portal on basketball. Like I said, it's not as big as football. They got Johnny Furphy, who's a freshman. Jamari McDowell is a freshman. Wilder Evers is a redshirt freshman. Marco Jackson, a freshman. Patrick Casey is a junior. Kevin McClure Jr. will probably be leaving. He is a graduate senior. Another graduate senior, Michael Jovanich, is a graduate senior as well. Dylan Willwhite is a redshirt sophomore. And Parker Braun will be leaving too. He is a graduate senior. He is the brother of Christian Braun, who is in the NBA playing for the Denver Nuggets right now. KJ Adams Jr. is a junior. He can leave or choose to stay. Nicholas Timberlake is a graduate senior. He will be gone. And Zach Clemenson, a junior, he might be gone as well, or he might stay. That depends. Normally on teams like Kansas and North Carolina, they have guys that stay for a minimum of 3 to 4 years. They build up that team. They build up that chemistry. It's not like Kentucky where you got a new roster every single year because everybody wants to be, one and done and go to the NBA. And you may have a few of those guys that stay long term with the team just to build the chemistry and to win championships. So when it comes to Kansas, like I said, they won the national title in 2022. They beat Kansas. They had that veteran experience, especially bringing in, like I said, Hunter Dickerson, Big Ten experience playing for the University of Michigan. So when it comes to Kansas, they'll be fine. I wouldn't be surprised if they compete for a national championship. They made it there before. They won. I wouldn't be surprised if they win it again this year for the second time in 3 years. But like I said, this is it for the inside the Kansas Jayhawks 2024 basketball recruiting trail. I'll be doing this weekly. I will be going back on certain teams later into the year just because it's very, very early in the recruiting process. I will go back and see what they added, obviously. So, like I said, check out the recruiting trail playlist. If you need any comments, if I miss anything, hit the comment button. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe to Total Pole Nation. You want to thank Hospital Network for the platform. But without further ado, we'll see you later. Don't forget to follow Kansas. Go Jayhawks, baby.